actually got a clothing favourite this month, which is quite unlike me. I don't think I've even had a clothing favourite before, maybe. But a few weekends ago, Elliot and I were going on a night out in London, and I purposely didn't take anything to wear with me because we were shopping in the day, and I was like, this will force me to buy a nice outfit. Anyway, I'd been shopping on Oxford Street for hours. I hadn't found anything. I was getting very fed up. Elliot came to join me, and I was like, what am I going to do? Because I literally don't have anything to wear today. So I was like, right, H&M is just standard. There'll definitely be something in H&M that I can get. I really wanted a body because I had my leather trousers with me, and I was like, yeah, I'll just wear something tucked in today. So I wanted a body. So we were running around H&M, couldn't find anything. Eventually found this sale rail, and I was like, I don't want to be in here anymore. Elliot was like, let's just check the sale rail. I'm sure there'll be something. Anyway, I looked down and I found this. And there was just one of this, and it was on the bottom little rail. It was inside out on the hanger, and I was like, oh god. And I saw the half price sticker on it, but it still didn't have a price on it. But I went and tried it on, and I was like, actually, this is super cute. And this kind of one shoulder thing is giving me like 90s vibes. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'll just get it. I don't know how much it is, but it's 50% off. There's only one of it, and it just happens to fit me, and it looks quite nice, so it must be like destined to be. So I took it to the checkout. Guess how much this cost me? No, it was £5. Literally couldn't believe it, and it looked so sweet. I wore it with a strapless bra, so it looked pretty cool, and it was tucked into my leather trousers. I think I've got a picture here of me wearing it, and oh, it's just super cute, and I'm just in love with this. But this is my clothing favourite of the month. Sully and I are here to tell you about my first book of March. Ding! It is this one. It's called Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I saw this everywhere. I think it's been quite popular in all the book charts recently. I bought it like the day before it came out in paperback, which is annoying because I do prefer a paperback. But I really enjoyed this book, considering it was a bit larger than I'm used to. It's a really nice story about, in fact, a 25-year-old girl, and then it gets to her 26th birthday, and the day that I was reading about her 26th birthday was my 26th birthday. I thought that was quite funny, parallel universes. But it's quite a nice story about this girl's life and how it just all kind of falls apart, but the support around her help her kind of build it back up, and by the end of it, obviously, it's a happy ending. She gets her life back on track. It's quite a nice story. I'd recommend it to someone my age. I don't think someone like my dad would enjoy this, but it was a nice story. I'm based in London as well, so we like that. First book of March, on to the next. What did you think of this one? Should I take it off? You don't like it? Or do you? Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. One of my favourites this month has to be my Bose headphones that Mum got me for my birthday. I was really excited about going running in these for the first time, which I did, and I felt like I was on another planet. I know I said it in one of my vlogs when I went on the underground in London, actually. I'm just completely in my own little world, and not having wires is just a revelation. And they're sound cancelling as well, which is super cool. So this is how they look when they're in, and they're very nice and snug. Like, I could do whatever exercise I wanted, and I don't think they would fall out. The sound quality is really good as well, and yeah, I've been loving these. I have finished another book. It is this one. It's called The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I enjoyed this. I really like the storyline. It's kind of is it a thriller? Here's the thing. I had a lot of questions at the end of this book. Like, I would like to sit down with the author and have a little chat with her. And the other thing is that you have to concentrate quite hard on the character names because there's quite a lot of them. And it's a bit of a spider web of a family tree. So you kind of have to concentrate on who they're talking about at each and any moment. But yeah, I did enjoy this one. The Family Upstairs. Okay, we are up close and personal for my makeup favourite of the month. Now, on my birthday weekend, I thought, I'm gonna treat myself so I look extra special tonight. And I went to Boots, and I was looking for a highlighter that actually looked good when I did it on my hand. And to be honest, I was very disappointed by lots of them. However, I found this Barry M one. It's called Liquid Chrome, and they're highlighter drops, and it's in like a little pipette. Let me show you. Oh, that's satisfying, isn't it? I got this in the colour At First Light. Mum has been complimenting me on this so much that I bought her one for Mother's Day as well. I wasn't going to wear makeup today, but I thought I would just put a light covering on just so that you could see how these work. So I've been starting and finishing my makeup routine with these. So usually I put one little drop in with my foundation, which goes everywhere, and then at the very end what I do is I don't even really use the pipette, I just use what's on the end of the thing, the pipette, and I just do a couple of blobs there and a couple of blobs there and maybe one on my nose, one or two on my nose. And I've tried doing this with a brush, but I find that my fingers work better anyway, so just with my finger, oh my god, look at that, I kind of blend it in. And it's quite subtle, but it's really cute. And I've never really been a highlighter gal before, so this is a whole new world for me, but I just think it's quite sweet and it makes me look a little bit more radiant. Can I describe myself as radiant? Yeah, you can't really see it on camera, but just trust it in person. It's very pretty. I like it a lot. You'll never guess what. Read another book. This is called The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary, and oh my god, I don't want to be too dramatic, but this could be my favourite book that I have ever read. Mum got me this one for my birthday. It was in the charts, in the W.H. Smith charts, I think. And this was just the loveliest book I've ever read. I loved every minute of it. And the ending, the ending made me cry. Notoriously, I hate the ending of books. I just never think that they are good enough. I always think something could have been done differently. But with this one, I got to the last line and I was like, that was perfect. And just cried for a good 5 minutes or so. I absolutely loved this and I would recommend it to anybody. Yeah, and that's all I can really say without giving anything away. Read this. You won't regret it. Would you believe it? We have a second clothing favourite, and it is this monstrosity of a skirt here. Oh my god, I love it. Mum and I were shopping in Brighton recently and we saw a dress in the window of this shop called Pretty Eccentric, and it was like a wedding style dress, and we went in to try it on behalf of Louise. Anyway, I tried on the wedding dress, it was really lovely, but while I was in there trying on things, I thought, you know what, I'm going to this charity ball soon, I'll get a dress from here to wear for it. So I was trying on all sorts of dresses, and I tried on this skirt and I was like, oh my god, I would have dreamed of something like this when I was younger, and I just couldn't leave the shop without it. So here's a picture of how I intended to wear it to the ball, and here's a picture of how I could alternatively wear it. Sadly, the ball has been postponed, but I am still obsessed with this skirt, and I can't wait to wear it on its first outing. We have got another March book. It's called One of Us is Lying, and I have to be honest, this is not a favourite of mine. I thought I was recommended this by, well, I thought I saw it on Zoella's book club, but I looked back and it wasn't this, so I actually don't know where I saw this recommendation from, which it probably explains a lot. I was quite excited about this. I quite like the idea of a geek, a jock, a criminal, a princess, a murder. Who would you believe one of us is lying? And I was like, wow. And then the whole way through the book I was like, okay, deciding which one of those four I thought was lying, blah blah blah. Anyway, I got to the end and I feel like I was missold the story. It was a bit misleading without giving too many spoilers away. I also think this is aimed at an audience slightly younger than me. Perhaps that was why I didn't enjoy it as much as the others. But it also could be the fact that I loved my last book so much that anything in comparison to that wasn't going to kind of live up to it. So this is a bit of a shame. Probably wouldn't recommend this one, but you live and learn. The thing with me is that if I read like a chapter and I hate it, oh no, that's not true actually, because if you read a chapter and you hate it, you're like, maybe it was just a bad first chapter, I'll carry on. But you know how some people, if they don't like it within the first 100 pages, then they're like, no, I'll just stop reading it. I can't do that. I can't have, and I need to know what happens, even if it is rubbish. So even if I'm not enjoying a book, I will persevere, which was definitely the case with this one. Shame. If I may, I would like to squeeze another book into my March favourites and books. I've just finished this. I'm reading like a trooper during this self-isolation. This is the book Blood Orange by Harriet. I Didn't really like this very much. I guess it's a thriller. It was quite depressing, a series of bad decisions from the main character. There was a few things that the author kind of, like a few phrases that the author used so much, and it really annoyed me. And also the kind of twist at the end happened so quickly within like one chapter. And it was like, oh, right, okay. So yeah, this one wasn't really for me, but yeah. I think that's my 10th book of the year. That's cool.